The Trojan War. What is it? The Trojan War is a conflict between the kingdoms of Troy and Greece during what was known as the Bronze Age. Now, this was around 1200 BC, and it inspired Homer to write the Iliad and the Odyssey. Now, the Iliad is actually a retelling of what happened during the Trojan War, but historians say that he changed some of the events, so it's not exactly like the real Trojan War nor the Greek mythology type thing. Now, what is it? Now, it is Greek mythology. Now, Greek gods helped both sides, so Athena, Hera, and Poseidon frequently helped the Greeks, while Aphrodite, obviously, and Ares defended the city of Troy. And it's also where the Trojan horse comes from. Pre-war background, Prince Paris of Troy was approached by three goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. He was chosen as the mortal judge to decide who was the fairest of the goddesses. Now, the fairest goddess got the golden apple from Eris, the goddess of chaos, who was just looking to stir up trouble between the three. And they each offered him something. So Hera offered him power, Athena offered him wealth, and Aphrodite offered him the most beautiful woman in the world. Now, Paris chose the most beautiful woman in the world, who was Queen Helena of Sparta, and she was to marry Menelaus. However, when she saw Paris, she preferred to run off with him or be abducted by him, depending on which story that you actually read about this. And Menelaus ended up being jilted and convinced his brother Agamemnon to go on an expedition to retrieve her. Now, the war. The Greeks, led by Agamemnon, made their way to Troy, and Troy is surrounded by huge walls, completely impenetrable. So the Greeks were forced to fight outside the territories for around 9 years. When the war was over, which is pretty much when the Greeks gave up, they gave Troy a token, the Trojan horse. The Greeks then got in their ships and sailed home. Sinon stayed behind to present the horse to the people of Troy, and the horse was taken into the walls of the city, and at night, Greek warriors came out of the horse and opened up the gates where all of the rest of the Greek warriors were staying. Obviously, they didn't go back home, and they came in and destroyed the city. And here's why we're excited.